Ever wondered if your partner might be cheating? It's a tough question, one that's often surrounded by a cloud of uncertainty and doubt. In this delicate dance of relationships, knowing the right signs can help clear the fog. Infidelity is a difficult subject to broach, but knowledge is power. If you're feeling in the dark, we're here to shed some light. Over the next several minutes, we'll be exploring 6 key behaviors that could indicate your partner is straying. Stay tuned to learn about the 6 behaviors that may indicate your partner is cheating. The first behavior to look out for is increased secrecy. This can manifest in a variety of ways. Maybe she's being a little too protective of her phone, turning the screen away when you're near, or changing the password without telling you. Perhaps she's deleting messages or call logs. And it's not just about her phone. She might be vague about where she's been, who she's been with, or what she's been doing. Now, it's important to remember that everyone values a degree of privacy. But if these behaviors are new, or if they're becoming more frequent, it might be cause for concern. If you're feeling kept in the dark more often than not, it's a sign that something might be off. However, before you jump to conclusions, remember this. Increased secrecy can be a red flag, but it's not definitive proof. So let's move on to behavior number 2. The second behavior is defensiveness. Now, we all have our moments of defensiveness, right? It's a normal human reaction when we feel threatened or misunderstood, but when it becomes the norm rather than the exception, it can signal a deeper issue. If she's suddenly overly defensive and quick to argue, it may be a way for her to deflect from her own guilt. It's a classic case of the best defense is a good offense. If she's constantly on edge, ready to jump into a battle of words at the slightest provocation, it's worth taking a closer look. She might be using these arguments as a smokescreen, a diversion from the real issues at hand. It's important to remember, though, that defensiveness can also stem from other sources of stress or insecurity, so it's not a surefire sign of infidelity. Excessive defensiveness can be a cause for concern. Now let's explore the third behavior. The third behavior is sudden criticism. It's not uncommon for relationships to hit a rough patch where every action seems to be under scrutiny. But if your partner is suddenly more critical of you, it might be more than just a squabble. Cheating partners often start finding faults in their partner or the relationship as a way to justify their actions. They may nitpick things you do, habits you have, or even start blaming you for issues in the relationship that weren't a problem before. It's as if they're trying to convince themselves that their infidelity is somehow your fault. This behavior can be particularly hurtful, as it's a direct attack on your character and can make you question your worth in the relationship. Remember, constructive criticism is healthy, but constant, unwarranted criticism is not. If you notice this change in your partner's behavior, it's important to address it. Sudden criticism can be a telltale sign. Let's proceed to the fourth behavior. The fourth behavior is increased time spent away. It's natural for everyone to need some alone time or time spent with friends. However, if your partner is suddenly spending a lot more time away from home or making excessive excuses to be alone, it may be a cause for concern. This could be late nights at the office, impromptu trips with friends, or extended periods of time where her whereabouts remain unexplained. This behavior alone doesn't necessarily indicate infidelity, as it could be related to stress, personal issues, or a need for space. But when coupled with other suspicious behaviors, it could be a red flag. Communication is key here. If she's unwilling to discuss her new routine or becomes defensive when questioned, it might be time to have a deeper conversation about your relationship. An increase in time spent away can be a warning sign. Let's delve into the fifth behavior. The fifth behavior is a decreased interest in physical intimacy. This may manifest itself in various ways. It could be something as simple as fewer hugs and kisses, or as significant as a reduced desire for sexual intimacy. Now, we must remember that fluctuations in physical intimacy can be normal in any relationship. Stress, health issues, and a myriad of other factors can impact a person's interest in physical closeness. However, if you notice a persistent and unexplained decrease, it might be a sign that something else is going on. Are there more instances of her pulling away, making excuses, or simply not initiating affection? This could be a red flag. It's important to approach this delicately. An open and understanding conversation is key. Express your feelings and concerns without accusations. Remember, communication is paramount in any relationship, especially when addressing sensitive topics like intimacy. Less interest in physical intimacy can be a concern. Let's look at the final behavior. The final behavior is an unusual concern for your schedule. A sudden shift to being overly interested in your day-to-day activities can be a subtle sign of infidelity. Now, don't get us wrong. Showing interest in a partner's daily life is a healthy aspect of any relationship, but if she started to ask detailed questions about your whereabouts, what you're doing, and with whom you're spending time, it may be more than just innocent curiosity. It's as if she's trying to keep a mental calendar of your schedule. This could be her way of making sure her own activities, possibly the ones she doesn't want you to know about, don't clash with yours. She might be planning her secret rendezvous around your commitments to avoid getting caught. So if you notice that she's suddenly become a human planner for your life, it might be time to ask some questions. An unusual concern for your schedule can be a red flag. To summarize, we've discussed 6 behaviors that could indicate your partner is cheating. These signs include her becoming more secretive, showing defensiveness, being overly critical, spending more time away, showing less interest in physical intimacy, and being overly concerned about your schedule. These signs may not necessarily mean infidelity, but they are potential red flags that warrant attention. Remember, these are potential signs, and it's crucial to communicate openly with your partner if you have concerns. Thanks for watching.